Namaste, and welcome to the overview of this beautiful program. I'm going to give you a little bit of the structure of what you will be finding and dancing around with, and how the schedule kind of looks like. This course is divided into 6 different modules, and it's the continuation of the SoHA Elements Seeds, Part 1. So it's the same kind of structure if you did the first part, where we have an introductory module with all of the history of Thai yoga massage and the osteo-Thai principles and techniques of touch. We have types of touch, anchoring meditation. We have things that are helping you understand the art by itself, the history, where it comes from, and the source of it all, the why, and why we share what we share, these passions. And then each one of the continuing modules, the 5 continuing modules, are related to the 5-element theory of traditional Chinese medicine. So we will go through different practices through the lens of TCM. In every module, you will find the opening mantra, because we always start and finish with a prayer. So we chant the mantra together. Then we do an opening meditation depending on the element. Every meditation is different. It's got a different quality. It's a different mood, and it's related to the emotions that have to do with that element. And then practices, embodied practices that can be either yoga or yoga nidra or shaking meditation or ecstatic dance, glimpses of qigong. There's lots of surprises coming up. And as I said, a lot of beautiful facilitators that will come along into this course. Now we have the meditation and the practice. For each meditation, I'm going to give you a breakup, like a break it down, kind of how to and why, the why and the how of the meditation. So if you want to share it, if you're a teacher, or if you want to hold space for someone, then you know what are the principal things that you need to know to share that meditation, and what's the mood behind it. So the techniques to hold space with these meditations as well. Now, meditation practice, and then you'll have a Thai yoga sequence for each one of the elements, where we're going to go through the meridians of the elements. We're not going to be too specific on meridians because we already learned them in the seeds in the first part of this training. But we are going to focus on those lines as we give you the sequence for each one of the elements in the Thai massage. And you're going to learn how to do it with yourself, with another, and come into this beauty of an art, this ancient art. And then after the Thai yoga sequence, we're going to finish up the module with different little surprises. Could be a beautiful singing of a mantra or anything related to that element. Now, you are going to have support into guiding your life in a very healthy lifestyle in all of its branches. And not only that, like acquiring a healing for yourself, but also be that healing light for the community around you, not just humans, but also all living beings. So, really connecting to the harmony with God, harmony with the people and with yourself, and then harmony with the earth. So many surprises coming up. It's going to be really, really fun. Um, why I chose to do the program as I did is because lately the earth is inviting us to be more embodied. The earth is really becoming, there's things that are becoming a little bit sharper on the external environment. If it's a virus or climate change or things that are, things that are happening on the outside environment are inviting the human to become more aware, more skillful with our own body. And we have been, because we have the human language, we have been really focused on the way that we communicate with each other as like a form of giving out a message, sending out a communication, and then someone that receives it. And then these words mimicking the reality that we're seeing around us. And then language through the history of time has kind of evolved the culture of the human being so that it's a language that only humans understand. And we forget that everything around us has a language, from the earth under our feet, or the ladybugs that are walking in our fingertips, or the wind and the breeze that you're breathing into your body. This is a language. This is a language of the earth. And we need to come back to that state of being, that state of meditation, where these channels of communication are alternatives. We are now finding an alternative channel of communication, which is touch. But we're not just exploring this, we're also exploring all other senses to receive the messages that we have. And we can't put it into words. You can't see a bird and hear her sing and know what she's saying, but you can feel. You can feel a rapport, this reciprocity, this constant reciprocity with the environment around us that we need to be more aware of, more in our body to respond, have the ability to respond in a responsible way and heal, be that medicine for everything and everyone around you. Listening, having that time to be, and then respond with light and share the starlight, share this love coming from your heart. So using alternative ways of communication and alternative ways of practicing that help us and invite us to be more embodied in our human body and also in our earth body. So practicing things like qigong and really understanding the energetics, practicing ecstatic dance and really shaking your bones to feel how it feels to be free within your skin, practicing shaking to really shed everything that you really need to shed, and practicing yoga nidra to invite us for that inner truth and that inner sense of wholeness. Anchoring meditation. There's so many embodied practices with so many levels and branches of communication that help us perceive reality with a much more tasteful way, in a much more a bigger reciprocity, a reciprocity to understand this life, not just through what we hear and what we see, but through what we feel, being alive in this planet, here and now. So this is an invitation for us to use other channels of communication to understand other senses and to be this healing light for God, people, and the earth. Om Namaste.